We were off on vacation last week, and Biggie and I were just chatting. I can't tell you, it really does my heart good. We've gotten so many emails saying, can't wait for you guys to get back. You know, really looking forward to this first day back, this first show back. And I can't help but think you're going to be severely disappointed.
That's all I ever think.
Yeah.
I get these emails like, I have missed you so much. I'm so glad you guys are back. And I'm like, why?
Really?
Us?
Yeah.
This?
I'm always like,
I don't share your sentiment.
not at all. One lady couldn't have been nicer. She wrote an email. She said, I'm sitting here listening, and it was a long email. I can't caught up on some emails yesterday. I do that sometimes, you know, after a vacation.
Yeah, I could tell you had, because you hit reply all.
Did I hit reply all on that?
I think I saw one.
Oh, yeah. On the lady who wanted, this lady.
Yes.
Wanted us to.
Is her name Mary? I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay. And I didn't even mean to hit reply all. That's how rusty I am.
Mm-hmm.
But she wrote all of us. Very nice. And she said, I'm sitting here listening to Best of Programming, and I can't help but think you all need to write a book. It needs to be a book about everybody's life on that show. Biggie can talk about all of his challenges and this and that, and Chris Demm, expert on wine, and Chris Kelly, escapades, and all these things. And it was just, couldn't have been nicer, you know, from the heart. She's like, write a book. I can't help but think this would be a bestseller.
Yeah, she wants to know everything.
Everything. The behind the scenes. The
What makes us us? What makes you?
Right. And
But she was legit.
she absolutely legit. And I thought that would be the biggest disaster in book sales of all time. So what was that?
But you
book?
didn't write it.
No, I did not write that. No,
You didn't
of course
write
not.
that.
Who wrote that book that almost got him killed? Salman Rushdie in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
He was all of a
The
sudden.
satanic verses. There was a hit on his head.
That's right.
A fatwa.
Yeah, a fatwa on his head. Biggie doesn't remember. He's too young. But in the 80s, he wrote this book called The Satanic Verses, and I barely paid attention. But, I mean, he
somehow referenced the prophet or made some sort of reference about Muhammad.
And you know you don't do that.
Did not sit well with the hardline Muslims.
And he was, like, in hiding for his life.
Was it the head of Iran put a bounty on his head?
That's right. And I thought, not since that book would a book be less well received.
Yeah.
You know, more poorly received. But what I wrote back to her was like, great idea. Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yes. And then
I don't know how I saw it, but I saw it.
he saw it.
Because then I guess Mary, I think her name is Mary,
She
hit another reply all and said, don't you blow me off, Kelly.
Well,
She did.
She knows your game.
She does. Like, and it was within seconds. She was like, "Don't blow me off. I'm serious about this now."
You probably got a little saved email that simply says blow off.
yeah.
You know, just hit this one. Ha ha, thanks.
Man,
I sure did.
I feel bad now because I didn't reply all, but I replied as well because she kept sending emails.
A lot.
A lot of
She
them.
kept
Yeah,
saying that.
and my phone kept dinging, and it was the Saturday I had one day left of vacation. And I was getting annoyed, so finally I wrote back to her. I said, "We ain't writing no book."
Oh well, that's yeah.
And she's like, "No, listen to me." I'm like, "We ain't writing a book."
I told her. I
I
said,
mean, she's come up with the title and
all of
this
it,
and that.
all of
Yeah.
it. And then I said, this is a great idea. And she said, don't blow me off. And then she said, oh, here's an addendum. Here's another chapter that Dave can do.
Yeah.
And it was just like, thanks so much. And then she keeps telling me, no, I'm serious about this. I want this book, you know? And
Yeah, I had not jumped into the email fray yet, but if I did, and when I do, I will simply write, if any of us had a smidgen of writing talent, would we be waking up before the sun?
No. I said,
And then I would suggest as an alternative, why don't each of us pick a day? We'll come to your house and we'll just talk to you for about an hour, one-on-one. You can ask us anything. What do they call them? AMAs? Ask me anything.
Yeah. I have envisioned. You know my vision board. Okay.
I'm well aware of your vision board.
You know my vision board, and it's got a lot of stuff on it. And well, one thing let me tease this for later on the grid. This hour, though, one thing on my vision board is going to have to be erased. I've recently put
Something's coming off the vision board.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Does it have to do with the sport of America's fastest growing
sport?
sport?
I can't. Oh my God! Remember, I'll just go ahead and say now. I was going to play Moneyball on the 4th of July. You remember that?
Yeah, where everybody pays a fee and then winner take all?
$50. And I'll chronicle this later. But everybody pays $50.
Put this in the book.
Put this. This will be in the book.
Chapter 88. Moneyball.
Not the interesting one.
No. That's a different.
Yeah.
Not the Brad Pitt movie.
I get sued over that. Moneyball. So we're going to play Pickling Moneyball, and all my old foes are there. Curtis was there, Larry, all these guys.
Okay.
And I went into that. I told the Diesel, my partner, the night before I packed my bag, I had 5 changes of clothing because I knew it would be hot out there. And I get so sweaty, And I put my snacks in there, and I put my oranges, and I did all the little bottles. I froze bottles of water so they would
Just to be cool.
Just to be cool. My bag weighed 80 pounds. I mean, I had to I had a double strap on my back.
I'm coming for y'all.
And I just felt, this is it. This is going to be
the giant step forward.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I felt like I had been drilling and playing, and I thought, I'm going to be
They don't know that you moved cars out of your garage.
That's right.
Duct tape
Yes.
a net
That's
line
right.
to your wall over your garage where you
That's
can hit
right.
by yourself.
That's right. And I had been doing
like
that.
a kid playing basketball in Kentucky until all hours.
Yes.
In his backyard.
Yes. I was Jimmy Chitwood shooting baskets from Hoosiers. That's what I was doing in my garage, sweating my tail off. And I thought, they're going to see it today.
Yeah. This is how Serena Williams became Serena Williams.
I'm going to unleash it today. And I went out there, and I crapped the bed so badly. I mean, I hit everything.
They couldn't wash the sheets. They had to throw them away.
It was that bad. At one point, I just turned to the Diesel, and I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. And he just couldn't even
Go
look.
change your shirt.
It was so bad. Curtis and Larry pickled us. It beat us 11-0. And they pickled us. And it was completely my fault. It was 100% my fault. And Curtis said, we'll call in this show tomorrow. And I said, joke's on you, Curtis. I'm on vacation.
Which is the one who goes at me?
Curtis.
Okay. So expect messages from Curtis.
Oh, my God. He goes, I'm on Facebook, old Demm. I said, I know
He will.
I said, I know you will.
I dominated him again. You couldn't find anyone that cares less. Even I care more than Chris Demm does.
I know.
He's right.
Yeah, talking junk to Chris Demm about your pickleball does absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Curtis, they beat us so bad they whipped our tails, and it was my fault. It was complete. I was hitting everything. I said to Diesel, I'd hyped it up in my mind, in my head. I can't.
Were you hitting them long, short, into the net?
All of the above. Every bit. I would overcompensate and hit long, and then I'd overcompensate and hit into the net. And I said, it's right here between my ears, man. I cannot be an elite athlete. I cannot be an elite athlete. I would think before they served, I'd be like, how am I going to lose this point? I'm going to lose. It was awful.
Oh, that's never the way to think.
You're already beat.
It was awful. I had thought, and that's my vision board. Another thing on my vision board is, on the last day I ever do this program, God knows when it'll be. God knows. Looking at the stock market now, it'll be a long time.
A long time.
Okay. But I'm going to do an AMA. An AMA. Ask me anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to let people call in here and ask me any question they want. And I'm going to answer the question.
We'll get one question in, you'll be uncomfortable. Whatever happened to insert former co-host name? And that's enough.
Listen, thank you all for listening. It's been a wonderful ride.
Yeah.
No one could forget Biggie's obituary.
Oh, yeah, I'll be long dead, but
I wish Biggie was here now to shield me from these calls.
no.
Dave's changed his name. We don't know where he is.
Since the incident.
He had to not really fake his death, but
That's on my vision board to do an Ask Me Anything
No.
on the last
No.
day.
No way.
That's what I want to do. Maybe this book will take the place of it. We'll just write the
Maybe.
book.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, though. I think, now, you know how Chris Demm says, you tell me what you think, Biggie. You know how Chris Demm says that they're trying to systematically drive him out the door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
By making things, as he gets older, harder for him to do. now you can't just take vacation anymore. You have to go into a computer into Paytown and put your vacation.
Did you see all those things last? Right, this flurry of emails about Paytown.
Well, I wrote back to that. I said, "Does this affect me in any way at all?" And I haven't heard back. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
I've never seen so much activity about payroll. And uh-oh.
Yeah.
I know. It used to be you just told somebody I'm going on vacation. I'll be gone.
Where are you going? Have fun.
Right. Now it's you have to enter it into the computer database and all that. And Chris Demm said they're trying to drive me out of this business.
Yeah.
Well, before we left on vacation, we had one of our sales associates. She updated me on some copy. I do, the endorsement of a client here. And I didn't have time to print it. I was that go. I didn't have time to print. So I just read it off my phone and then did the endorsements for last week. Mm-hmm. So, of course, today I need that copy back. So when I went to print it, I went to her email and the attachment had disappeared. And I know you think I'm crazy. I see that look. I said
attachments don't just disappear.
Yeah, no.
And I said to Chris Demm, she sent me this attachment. It's not here. And he looked at me and I said, I know you think I'm crazy. I know. Yeah. I know. So I said, I'm talking to Drew about this. Drew is our engineer. And Chris Demm said, he ain't going to help you. You're getting no help with that.
If the attachment's gone, it's gone.
Exactly. So I had.
But if the email is still there, the attachment should be with the email.
I can look at the email, but not the attachment. The attachment is gone. And I think someone is going in and trying to drive me away.
Just little by little, piece by piece?
Little by little. Because that one, it's like, how did that happen? I see the email. I don't see the attachment. So I have to do all that from memory.
Can you call up the page on your phone and then email it back to yourself?
Even when I look at it on my phone, it is not there. I just looked at her email on my phone from a week and a half ago.
Did you open it up as a different page?
No, I just looked at it. I mean, I hit the attachment then, but then it's gone. Yeah, I just X'd it.
But it shouldn't have been removed from the initial email.
Right. That's really, that's like impossible. I'm showing Drew, and I'll watch him do the dance of he won't know. There's no way.
He'll look over your shoulder for 30 seconds.
That's right.
Then he'll do the move.
That's right.
And you'll have to slide out of your seat and just kind of hulk over him.
It won't matter.
It won't matter.
He won't be able to.
No, he'll just tap buttons for a while.
He won't be able to figure that one out.
Now, when you looked at it on your phone, did you download it to your phone? Is it still there by chance?
That's what I'm trying to think.
Okay.
I don't think so. I looked a little there, too, but I couldn't find it. So from memory, I'm going to have to... I won't tell you which endorsement it is. See if you...
if you can spot it. And they're just great about being, great.
They're great people.
I heartily recommend this good and/or service.
That's right. So I don't know.
It's a tip-off.
It's close to my heart, and it could be close to yours.
I just had to do it.
Tell him I sent you.
From memory, There's nothing else I could do. There's a, by the way, today is it's July 11th, 7-Eleven. So this is an unpaid endorsement. It's free Slurpee Day at 7-Eleven, which we don't even have around here, I don't think.
Well,
do you?
They're not in my hometown, but they're closer and closer and closer. They're expanding, so yeah, they're closer.
But when you grew up, there
were 5 in a 1 mile radius from our house.
From Virginia.
Yeah, that was our convenience store.
Did they do free Slurpee Day then? Was it 7-Eleven? They didn't have that then.
No, and they were open from 7 a.m.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason they got their name. 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. were the original hours. Now many of them are 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Well, they've done it. Used to be on this particular date, 7-Eleven, you could take in anything you wanted and they'd fill it up with free Slurpee, which is pretty nice.
Like a 5-gallon bucket?
If you wanted to, which was really cool. But now, like everything else, they change it and make it worse. So today...
here comes the grump. On free Slurpee, on 7-Eleven Day.
This I know what you have to do, and this hits him on many levels that makes him the grump.
Go ahead, Grouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed it.
Oh, they've changed a lot.
Used to be so good,
Here's my bucket.
You
cherry, please. Yeah.
Fill it up. That's right. Now, go ahead, Grouch. Go ahead, Grump. They've changed it. I'm too hump grump again.
Is the word app make an appearance?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You have to download their app.
Right there is where he's out.
Okay.
Download no app for a Slurpee. I just want to fill my bucket up.
That's right. That's right. Similar thing here. I used to work at a radio station, and we had free water park day. The host of the show thought of it 25 years ago.
Everyone who shows up gets in free.
Come on in up to capacity. It was the first day of summer, and you could come out, and we broadcast live, and it was just come on to the water park and walk right
massive.
In. Walk
it was a zoo.
It was huge. Well, now, 25 years later, download our app, go to the convenience store and get a ticket. It's no longer free, it's half price. All of these things. It just gets whittled away little by little. So at 7-Eleven today, it's free Slurpee day, sort of. You download their app, you become a member of their loyalty club, you show that you are that, and then you get a small Slurpee.
Small.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Small.
And you can also do it as at Speedway stores because 7-Eleven has bought Speedway. So you can do it at either.
Well, they have Slurpee machines in Speedways.
Apparently, yes. I didn't know that.
Because to me, the Slurpee is and will always be head and shoulders above your ices and your slushies and whatever else.
Yeah.
Frozen concoctions.
I grew up, we didn't have 7-Eleven, so we did slushy. But we
had icy. Icy is what I remember.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Going into like Kmart.
Yeah.
And remember getting an icy.
That's the first time I saw them.
Now, Chris, Demm and I differ on that because I like cola and he likes cherry.
Correct.
Yeah,
cola is always my final choice. I'll take grape, orange, lime. I had all kinds when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Tons of flavors. And back then, when I was a little boy, we would go to the 7-Eleven and they would do it for you. The Slurpee machines were behind the counter.
Yes.
Now you do it yourself.
Yeah. It was something about, it just gets whittled away. It just gets everything gets a little bit taken away over time. I didn't mean to be a two-hump grump in here. First day back from vacation.
And you would have dug it, too, when in my childhood, because in baseball season, you got baseball player Slurpee cups. And in football season, football player Slurpee cups. It was like a baseball card. They're picture on one side, all their stats on the back. So I knew every ball player.
Oh, that's cool.
Every ball player.
See how great it was. It was.
And I think there were comic book characters too. I mean, it was great marketing.
It was awesome. They just announced the lineups for the All-Star game in baseball.
Did Veda Pinson make it? How about Manny St. I know all of those guys.
All of that. Now people are like, so what? Who cares? That used to be such a big summertime. Oh, it's the All-Star game. Now, unless your city's hosting, and I think it's in Los Angeles this year, nobody really pays that much attention, anymore. You just don't do that. Well, one thing they've added this year at Free Slurpee Day, there's a mystery flavor. It's called What the Fanta. And you don't know what it is.
Okay.
You just get it. I imagine it's like a Fanta orange or a Fanta grape, something like that. But they say it's What the Fanta. And so you can get that now if you sign up for their loyalty program.
Can you sign up day of?
You can. Download the app today. I guess there's probably a push to get people to do that today. Michelle is our listener farthest away. She is in Japan, and she knows something about 7-Eleven, which is having Free Slurpee Day today. Michelle, it's good to talk to you. How are you?
Well, I'm doing all right. This isn't necessarily what you would expect me to call in about today, but whatever. Yeah, 7-Eleven. So 7-Eleven is probably the biggest retailer in Japan in terms of number of stores. They're literally on every corner. There's usually a couple. In fact, where I'm standing right now, I can see 2, maybe 3 of them. And what's wrong about them is that they split off from the American 7-Eleven company and have their own company, and now there's this giant conglomerate in Japan. And they have a bank, and they own all these other types of stores and department stores, but they don't have Slurpees.
What?
And I just don't understand that.
Yeah, disappointing.
They don't?
You can get a 401k, but
what's
not a
going on?
life.
What in the world? That doesn't make any sense.
You know what else is also interesting too? Because in the U.S., when we do dates, we always do month, day, year. But almost everybody else does day, month, year. So 7-Eleven would be November the 7th.
That's right. That's exactly
in
right.
most other countries.
I wonder if they'll do that. Is that how they do the date?
Month, day, year.
You do. What do you do?
Here it's month, day, year.
Oh, like it is
so
here
it is 7-Eleven in Japan.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Yeah, that's how we do it. I noticed that when I traveled the continent.
Epcot?
Yeah.
Welcome to France. Set your watch forward 6 hours, everyone.
I was eating in a little cafe right there on the...
Be our guest. Be our guest.
Right on the Seine. And I said,
You know it is like Kissimmee.
It's a great part of Florida.
It was hot.
Yeah.
For Paris, it was hot. But yes, and we set our watch forward, and we had to write when I wrote the date on the receipt. It was like, oh, that's wrong, sir. You know, you have to flip it around, and it's just different than we do it here. But it was certainly interesting. Got a lesson that day, I can tell you. Well, all right.
Off we go.
Off we go. Here we are.
Another chapter.
That's right. Begins right. Another chapter in the book, Biggie.
I'm so happy to be here.